Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Zemo, the Dan DPS, and we're back with another episode of The Good, the Scrap, and the Script, a series where I review weapons I've found in Appalachia and see if they are up to snuff. Today's weapon is one of my personal favourite weapons of all time. I know I say that quite a lot. Most of my weapons I absolutely love, but this is a weapon that has stuck with me from the very beginning of the game, and I use this type of weapon on a near daily basis when I play Fallout 76. It is one of the greatest heavy weapons in the game because of its utility and because of how it works. It isn't the best damage, it isn't the best weapon in the heavy category, but it certainly feels absolutely amazing. So today's weapon is the Gear Grinder. This is a Gatling gun with bloodied, bullets explode for weapon damage, and VATS crits. Now the reason why I say this is one of the best melee weapons is objectively it is not the best DPS. Objectively it is not the best heavy weapon. But it's one of those ones that you can just use and not have to worry about anything. The ammo consumption of this thing is next to nothing in comparison to the damage. And it's one of those weapons that is very good for a new level 50 because they can just go about their day-to-day basis. Now, when you add the fact that this is a bloody version with bullets explode and the VATS crits, it is a very good utility weapon for a bloody build. And this thing is going to do some incredible damage to enemies and to groups of enemies. On top of this, I have the option of going into VATS and getting a little bit extra out of my AP. Overall, I absolutely love Gatling guns, and if you watch my streams, if you watch me play just in general, you'll see when I'm on heavy characters, I use these more often than not. It is pretty much my go-to weapon for a heavy build. This is obviously the build we're using. Obviously, we're not using anything very random. It's a standard heavy build. There's really nothing to say other than that. Look at it, memorize it, take a picture of it, do what you like. So, what are the pros and the cons of this weapon? Well, this weapon has a slow fire rate. Now, in a lot of automatic weapons, slow fire rate is a bad thing. But this thing does insane DPS per shot, so if it had a higher fire rate, you would be out DPSing things like Gauss minigun and whatnot with it. Its individual damage is absolutely fantastic, and as a result, this means it is very good with the explosive prefix because it does big explosive damage, which then means it does big AoE damage. Because of its slow fire rate as well, it allows you to aim it with greater precision than you would with other weapons. It doesn't feel like you're wasting ammo. On top of that, it takes me around 2 to 3 shots to take out a super mutant, and quite often I am getting around 6-10 ammo back. Most enemies die to this thing in a few shots, and most enemies will give you your ammo back in spades. Against larger enemies, you are still going to get this ammo back, and you're seeing 9 ammo from that. It's just very consistent. It's very powerful, and just overall one of my favourite weapons in the game. It just has so many different benefits to it. And if we decide we want to use it in VATS, there is the potential for that. Granted, like most heavy weapons, it will shove AP. So if you're wanting to use this in VATS, you're probably better off using coffee to supplement that. But you're seeing it does have quite good accuracy in VATS. It is effective at short range as well as long range. So if I were to use this during the Scorched Beast Queen fight, I can use it to shoot her down, or rather, get my hits in. It is just a very consistent weapon. And quite a lot of people I have seen making comments are using it in VATS with concentrated fire and then going for headshots with it. So if you use it with a VATS build, you can have the potential to be one-shotting enemies quite consistently as well. With the right build, obviously, if you did a full crit build, there's lots of different ways you can go about it. My personal preference is to manually aim this sucker and just point it and shoot. And this is what I love about it. This is what I love about this weapon specifically, is I can just point and shoot, and the explosions will deal damage to anything around it, and I can just completely obliterate it. But if I do need to go into VATS, I have that option. I literally have the option to do it, and if I decide to put on concentrated fire, I also have the option of targeting specific limbs, which I can use to cripple things, I can use to do all manner of things. This is just a very good all-round weapon that can do a little bit of everything, and is absolutely fantastic in the damage department. Now, when it comes to the explosive variants of this weapon, I feel against enemies like Jeff and the Mirelurk Queen, you're maybe not getting your full bang for your buck. I think faster fire rate would probably be the bigger benefit here. But at the same time, the explosive damage absolutely rinses Jeff. We've not even needed to go anywhere near him, and he's dead. This is just the power of this weapon. It is just overall one of the easiest and simplest weapons to use and maintain. We come to the Queen and her little buddies. Now, you're seeing here, like, I'm shooting Mirelurks in their bloomin' shell, and it is absolutely rinsing them. We've got the Mirelurk Kings coming after us, and they don't stand a chance against this weapon. I mean, this is the greatest thing about the Gatling gun, is nothing does well against it. Everything dies, everything gets killed. Now, against some of the bigger bosses in the game, you could make an argument that it's not the best against them. But when it comes to just general use, it's a very effective weapon. It's very effective at what you need it to do, and most enemies do not stand a chance against this thing. Now, you're seeing here the damage we're doing. I can always target the legs, this kind of thing. And the biggest problem you've got is because of the thinness of her legs, it's a bit of a pain in the butt. But she's dying really quickly. Like, think of how much ammo I'm using here. Think of how little I'm using. And she's dead. And this is the thing, 144 ammo. Did I use 144? I don't think I even got close to 20. Like, literally, it's just ridiculous amounts of ammo that you get back for this thing. And it's something that I put as one of its main buffs, its main benefits, is that if you use this weapon and you run out of ammo, you're doing something very wrong. And obviously, after we've killed the Queen, we head into Expos just to see how this weapon does. And let's be honest, is anybody surprised that it is taking down these enemies relatively quickly? Goddamn pollinators. Like, as you can see, the pollinators take a bit more shooting than the other enemies, but regular thorns go down fairly quickly, and you may be doing 5 shots into them, 6 shots at most, and they die relatively quickly if you go into the headshots. Now, we just received about 300 ammo from that. Like, what the hell? Like, 54 ammo. Do you understand how ridiculous this weapon is for ammo? There is no way for you to run out of ammo for this gun. Like, it's impossible. It's just free. Like, shooting this gun is completely free. The biggest problem with this gun is the sheer amount of ammo that you'll get. And as you can see, in Expeditions, it completely rinses the more annoying of the enemies. Like, they don't last very long. They die. Like, if I actually was landing my shots, they'd die even while a pollinator's standing over here, looking at me like an idiot. It is just one of those weapons that is very effective in any and all situations. Granted, it is not the best weapon in any and all situations, but it is effective. And then you go up against human enemies, and I'm nearly one-shotting them with a headshot button here. And this isn't even, like, the best way to use it for headshots. Like, if I was to use it in VATS with headshots and crits, this thing would completely annihilate them even more. Again, we're getting like 60 odd ammo. Look at how much ammo we've received from this. And this is not something I usually do, is show you how much ammo I actually have for a gun. But I think it's warranted with this to illustrate to newer players and people who haven't used it how ridiculously stupid. Look at all the stupid plasma cores I've got because I can't do things properly. 28,000! And I probably dropped crap loads of this ammo at some point just to get rid of it. I actually actively have to drop the ammo to remove it from my inventory because I'm not using that amount up. I crafted one set of ammo for this damn thing a long time ago and then never had to craft again pretty much. Granted, that was when everything started dropping ammo that was the case, but before that, like, I had to craft ammo for it. But since then, nope, don't need to do a dang thing. It is insane. So that is today's weapon. Now, when it comes to Gatling guns, they are just absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Granted, this is a bloodied one on a bloodied build, but that doesn't take away from the fact this weapon is just consistently powerful, consistently good, and just works. It just works. You know, that's the old adage that Todd used, but it just works. It works very well and is just very good at getting you ammo back. Even if this thing was doing half the damage it was currently doing, we're still going to be getting crap loads of ammo back from enemies. And here especially. 60 from one enemy. I'm not using 60 rounds to kill any enemy in here apart from maybe the Juchis. It's just absolutely a fantastic weapon, and this version of it is even more so. But with that, guys, if you've enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you all next time in the Wasteland.
You hear him barking, you feel you're close to the end, running through the night, shadows lurking round the bend, heart pounding fast, adrenaline starts to flow. Can you survive the chase? Only time will let you know. Eyes lock in, the tension fills the air, knowing that he's near, feeling his fiery stare. In the darkness, you must find a way to hide, but his roar echoes through the night. There's no place to confide. The hunter's roar, it's a melody of fear. He's lurking in the shadows, the danger draws near.